Welcome everybody to Friday Night Smackdown here in Rio Rancho, New Mexico, and we are starting off with King of the Ring tournament action. Always feeling good to be back here on a Friday night here for Smackdown. Jeez, it feels like it's been a while. Anyways, looks like we're starting out with a member of the Judgment Day. Of course, these matches were announced last week. The three matches that are happening tonight. Well, to be fair, the three matches we know of, there might be another one. We do know three matches that are in store for us tonight here. This is one of the matches that we already know in store for us, so we know exactly which member is starting off the Judgment Day. If you watched the last episode of SmackDown, but if you had not, then you're just about to find out.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring, representing the Judgment Day from New York City, weighing in at 249 pounds, Damian Priest.
That is right, it is DP himself, Damian Priest, that of course doesn't stand for absolutely anything else. As the Judgment Day looking nearly in full force here. Of course, WWE Universe Champion Finn Balor still on injury leave. We'll see if he can be cleared for King and Queen of the Ring in a few weeks. But nonetheless, JD's whispering something with Carlito there. I don't know what's going on there, but I know who's coming out right now. Yeah.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing in at 241 pounds, LA Knight.
Well, out comes the mega star, looking to try and advance in the King of the Ring tournament. But let's remind you what we got in store for you tonight. We have got Cora, Jade, Tegan, Knox, Queen of the Ring tournament action. We have Candice LeRae taking on Jacy, Jayne. And also, we're going to hear from Tiffany Stratton here tonight after she got misted in the face last week. Someone said it's a mystery. But anyways, right now, we got a King of the Ring tournament matchup. LA Knight versus Damian Priest. So without further ado, let's get it on with, shall we? As these two are looking to Damian Priest looking to start slugging it out, but jeez, gets out forearm. Damian Priest starting this out strong. It's going to be interesting to see how Damian Priest does in this tournament, considering that if things all go to plan for the Judgment Day, you could argue, geez, a big boot there by LA Knight. Damian Priest wins this King of the Ring tournament, challenges for the WWE Universe Championship at a possibly still champion at the time, Finn Balor. Jeez, both that was a boot and a half that went out awry there. LA Knight really put all into that. So, you know, that could be very interesting to see. I wouldn't even be surprised if it was main event at SummerSlam. I just instinctively said it, but the WWE Universal title match at SummerSlam, Damian Priest versus Finn Balor, stablemates. But we've got a lot to get through. Damian Priest, this is his only first round match for the King Ring tournament. And then make a Judgment Day doesn't get involved, and it's distracted him. Jeez, and Damian Priest taking advantage. I think that was Dominik getting the distraction there. There's been a little bit of a divide in the Judgment Day as of late, though. Definitely noticeable. Feels like maybe Finn's got some favourites in JD and Carlito, but it doesn't majorly like Dom or Priest. I mean, Rhea definitely does seem to favour Priest and Dominik a little bit more, but she's trying to be peacekeeper at the same time. It's hard to see how things are going. Jeez. Seems JD and Carlito don't like Dom too much either. Covers one. Kick out there by Priest after that broken arrow. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see how things go. That might splinter Priest and Balor's relationship further. Though sometimes you do say if you go to war with somebody, doing the becoming almost a new level of respect, if not even friends, that sometimes happens. So maybe that could happen with Priest and Balor. Might be able to fix their relationship, or it might just make it that bit much worse. As Priest goes into the cover off LA Knight one. Kick out there by LA Knight. Of course, Balor and Priest were tag champs at one point, and you could argue that Balor kind of threw that away, much to Priest's dismay, to try and go after that WWE Universe Championship, which he was eventually able to recapture at WrestleMania after so many years of not having that championship after he got taken out of injury, and Rollins had cost him again. And said, though Rollins still has his rematch clause after beating the Judgment Day in a gauntlet match at Backlash. One kick out there by Priest. That was a great pass line by LA Knight though earlier, but yeah. So it's going to be interesting to see how things play out. That is for sure. But yeah, nonetheless, we'll wait Finn Balor's announcement to see if he can get cleared for King Queen of the Ring. Of course, the penultimate week for King Queen of the Ring, which I do have to mention the time scheduling it. There is an extra week now between King Queen of the Ring it was announced on the schedule for the pay-per-views that this was only a 6-week build. It has been turned into a 7-week build, and that means King Queen of the Ring has been postponed, had to be postponed a week. But Clash of the Castle is in the same position, so that's only become a 2-week build now instead of a 3-week build. So, there's some issues there, but it has been sorted. Everybody's been given their seats back that have already purchased those tickets. Well, not been given back, it's the same arena, it's just on a different week, so some refunds have been made, and we do apologise, but it's how it has to be sometimes. Just issues arose, nothing we could do about it. And it does mean there's a little more relaxed for the GMs as we get a little closer to King Queen of the Ring that extra week to build up the matches too. Oh, jeez. Priest just barely kicking out. I think Priest got distracted by... I think he thought JD exposed that turnbuckle or something. He wasn't too happy about it. I don't know. Let's see, there's just this effective chemistry that's been dividing the Judgment Day. That's just seemingly like Carlito, JD, and Balor don't seem to be on the same page that Priest and Dominik are. And Rhea, she's strong. She's a very strong woman, but she doesn't seem to be able to hold the group together too well. Jeez, LA Knight covers after that touch right neck breaker too. Kick out there by Priest. But yeah, of course we are building to King Queen of the Ring. We don't know too much about matches as of yet. Though we do know about Solo Sikoa challenging Ilja Dragunov for the United States title at King Queen of the Ring, and mentioning Solo Sikoa, of course, part of the bloodline. Of course, in that bloodline, Tama Tonga Tongaloa, the WWE Tag Team Champions. We know Carlito and Jade have been named #1 contenders after beating Pretty Deadly last week, after they got rid of Dominik from the 6-man tag that happened the prior week that they blamed the match loss on, which you could argue was true. So yeah, they've been named #1 contenders, and we're going to see when we don't quite know when they're getting their match yet. I'm sure we'll find out soon. I'm sure Tyler Breeze may announce it tonight when that match may happen. For the Judgment Day to take on the Tongans, so we'll see. So could be doing some pretty great things if things do go right to our plan. Had Damian Priest be King of the Ring winner, Balor maybe still WWE Universal Champion, and have JD and Carlito be the new WWE Tag Team Champions, things could really look up for the Judgment Day, or they could look really bad and have some either fractures somewhere, or just have Priest not win King of the Ring, Balor not being able to come back and be cleared for action, and have JD and Carlito lose. Jeez, though Rhea Ripley was at least able to get a win in the steel cage a few weeks last week, against Becky Lynch. Let's say a few weeks ago, that was the first week of this build, not the second. My apologies, I'm a little further ahead in my head. But jeez, LA Knight. I don't quite know who he's distracted with there. But Priest looking, oh, maybe not. Jeez, I think it was Carlito that LA Knight was talking to. Jeez, and then I saw it coming. That was a heavy shot right to Priest there. Jeez. Yeah. I missed time, didn't I? Anyways, LA Knight, jeez, the knee smashed right to the face. These are very noise-cancelling headphones. I can't even hear the crowd, things like that. That noise-cancelling. Anyways, oh, jeez. LA Knight now. The burning hammer right to Damian Priest. Jeez. Goes into the cover. I think Priest busted open. Jeez. 1, 2. Kick out there by Priest. Oof, I think Dominik was trying to hide the blood from the camera. He doesn't want Priest to be exposed like that. Jeez. LA Knight. Bam! Megastar elbow right at Priest. Keeping this momentum going is LA Knight. 2. Kick out there by Priest. Jeez, this match definitely did feel like it was in Priest's favour at one point, but it does seem to have flipped over to LA Knight now. He's dropped that knee. Now stalking Priest. Looking to give a little bit of trauma to the head. Not complete blunt force, but a little bit of trauma to the head. As he goes into the cover after that. 1, 2. Kick out there by Priest. Jeez, the onslaught of the moves that LA Knight's just been busting out on Priest. Some of his big moves. He's just been busting out left and right on Priest. Priest is feeling the effects, and especially with that blood that's been driven down his face. Jeez. LA Knight now unleashing a combo. Both. But Priest didn't go down. He's countered that one now. Jeez, gets that kick right to the leg. Staggers LA Knight. And again, jeez. Nasty kicks. Jeez. LA Knight nearly crumpling at the ropes. And Priest's going to give him some help with getting down to the mat. And then a stomp right to the chest. LA Knight just getting out of harm's way here. Priest sliding out the ring. Got it first time this time. Jeez, and now dropping LA Knight face first on the outside. I think LA Knight's arm got caught with the apron as he was trying to stable himself. He stopped himself from going down. Either way, it didn't quite work out for him. There, nasty landing for his arm and his face. And maybe not, though, considering out there is not very protected for the face. We're being dropped on face first, 2. Kick out there, of course. The mat is the mat out there is more to protect the ring from the arena from the ring, rather than the opponents from landing on it, especially face first. There's Priest now heading up to the middle rope. Jeez, gets a splash right on LA Knight. Picking him up now. What's Priest got in store for LA Knight? Who will be able to advance to the King of the Ring tournament? Jeez, gets that tombstone slam right to LA Knight. Covers the leg. 1, 2. Kick out there by LA Knight. Jeez, got some fight left in him, that is for sure. It's going to be interesting to see who the winner of this one may take on in the next round. I mean, it could be Jacob Fatu for all we know. That'd be worrying for these lot. It could be Cody Rhodes or LA Knight pulling down for the small package here. Was now trying to get a quick one here. Kick out there, jeez. Or it could be whoever wins next week's matchup. That'll be the final one in the first round matchup, and you can't forget about the Raw matches too. I mean, don't forget Randy Orton and John Cena both qualified, though. We saw John Cena's matchup. I don't know if he's 100%. Even if it was just a little over a week ago now, it's questionable. Him and Karrion Kross went to absolute war, and then don't even forget what Obafemi was able to do to Omos. So, and that just speaks volumes to who they may be taking on if they get far enough. And we know we saw Theory knock off R-Truth as well. Jeez, gets that clothesline, yet again that little combination happening on the outside now. Jeez, and getting those knee drops. So, definitely some tough opponents set up for whoever could win this if they go far enough. Of course, those Raw ones don't make me matter if this person can't. The winner of this match doesn't make it to King Queen of the Ring to fight for the King of the Ring title. As in, not as in a championship title, as in like the title, as in like King or Mister, that kind of title. Title name, not a title belt. Jeez, Elena just drops that elbow. That was beautiful. And can we take away from what I was doing? Count of 2 there. Kick out there by Damian Priest still, jeez. LA Knight putting a hell of a fight into this. The blood of Priest just everywhere. I mean, we know what LA Knight could do. We saw the amazing effort he put against Ilja Dragunov for the United States title all the way back at Royal Rumble. Like, Ilja has to LA Knight the belt to that. Is it all a game to you? LA Knight proved that it was not. That this is serious enough to him. And what he can do in this ring and how much he can take. But jeez, LA Knight gets that elbow right to the face. Jeez, they're sure right to the face. These Carlito's distractions haven't been working out the best for Priest, have they? Count 1 there. Kick out there by Priest. Oh, Priest, he's fired up. Oh, that was even up there. Like either he shoved him off and now the dragon screw. Jeez, Priest, he's all fired up. I think maybe Priest looking to put an end to this matchup. Though I think realistically they are at any point. But look at his face. He's got a crimson mask. Jeez, to drop in LA Knight. I think he's going to need to before he gets any more blood in his face that he just won't be able to see. All we have to see is red. Jeez. Some heavy shots right to the face of LA Knight. Priest getting a little frustrated now. Jeez. Maybe a little frustrated that these distractions from Carlito and JD haven't done him the best. Dominik's been doing okay, which is weird. But, it is what it is. Like I said, just the chemistry's just seemingly Priest has better chemistry with Dominik than he does the other lots. And jeez, Damian Priest gets that boot right to the face. He's looking at the blood everywhere. I think it's maybe Priest, but because like I said, I just before I said that LA Knight is busted open too. He's not looking too good himself, jeez. But Priest, Priest doesn't look too bad that side. It's the other side that's just pure red. It's almost like Two-Face a little bit from the one side. Jeez, there you can see a bit of a just massive gash in his face. He's what something like done to him. But Priest clearly getting furious on the blood, and like I said, yeah, the situations with JD and Carlito. Just staring them both down. Jeez. Oof, I think Priest taking a little bit of a breather. That blood, leaving his body is going to make it harder to just breathe. Jeez, just the blood leaving your body. It's supposed to be in your body, not dripping out of you, you know what I mean? Dripping out faster than his body can recount. Jeez. Oh, regenerate. Kick out there by LA Knight. Jeez. And now, jeez, Damian Priest gets that big boot. He's what a way to start off SmackDown. This has been a hell of a fight between these two. Oof. Jeez, but LA Knight. Oof, Priest. I think Dominik told him that he was turning around. Priest was too busy talking to Carlito about so Dominik realised that LA Knight was coming. Save Priest. And now the south of heaven right to LA Knight. Jeez. Cover hooks the leg. 1, 2. 3. Damian Priest with the win here tonight. Jeez. What a showing out by both men there. That was a hell of a way to start off SmackDown here in Rio Rancho. But jeez. And like I said, I feel like you've got to put on performances like this at the minute. As much as you want to be 100% going into all these King Queen of the Ring matchups, just some of the names that are on this list and some of the fights that they've shown out, like put out to get into these matches, I feel like it's just making everybody that more desperate, that hungry, and more wanting to prove themselves. So a great showing by these lot, and like I said, Priest advancing, which is going to make it interesting. Like I said, mentioning about the whole Priest Balor situation and Balor possibly being cleared in time. You know, things could get a little interesting going down that road. It's always interesting when somebody's a champion and a part of their tag team or a faction or an ally is in that tournament, and especially when they're advancing. It was not easy for Priest, and he's got less recovery time than someone like Randy Orton, who was the first man to be qualified into King of the Ring, so he's not going to have as much time to recover as some. We don't know if he's going to be competing in 2 weeks or in 3 weeks, but we do know that he has advanced and he will be competing on one of those nights and possibly even making it to the final.
Here is your winner, Damian Priest.
Well, congratulations to Damian Priest. Seemingly they're doing a little okay now. Anyways, geez, there's a lot of blood on his face. Anyways, congratulations on Damian Priest on advancing in the King of the Ring tournament. Hey, Candice, I'm not coming up here for a fight. Honestly, I don't know quite what your problems are, but all I know is that it's got nothing to do with me. It's not my problem. I have no issue with you, and it sounds like you have no issue with me. Your issue was with Thea, so please just leave me alone. Let's not have this match, yeah? I'm afraid, Jacy, I just can't quite do that. You see, we're having this match because I have a point to prove. So I'll see you out there. Hold on, what's going back here? Jeez. Candice the right, geez, got a super kick right to the face of Jacy Jade. Jeez, gonna get out of control. They've got a match on tonight. Jeez. Anyways, we just saw some women fighting. We got more women's action. Well, it's actual scheduled action now. Ready in store for you here right now.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from the Welsh Valleys, Tegan.
Of course, this is Queen of the Ring action. I forgot to mention that before Tegan came out, but it is Queen of the Ring action. So, yeah, first round, of course, as well. So, let's do this, shall we?
And her opponent from Chicago, Illinois, Cora Jade.
Well, as Cora Jade makes her way down to the ring. Of course, that weapon's not going to be legal in the matchup that she's bringing down to the ring. But anyways, don't forget, still Candice Jacy Jade. They've just fought in the back, but that match is still happening as far as I'm aware. Also going to hear from the women's champion on the MISTery situation. But anyways, right now we have Queen of the Ring action. Tegan Nox, accompanied by Natayla, taking on Cora Jade, who will advance in this Queen of the Ring tournament. Let's find out, shall we? Of course, Tegan Nox's legs still not doing the greatest, still taped up. But she's going to fight through it nonetheless, jeez. And I'm sure Cora Jade will hesitate. Have no hesitation, sorry. I was going to say hesitate nothing or hesitate not or something. I don't quite know where I was going. That maybe speaking a bit like Yoda almost. But geez, nonetheless, Tegan Nox boots the face with the good leg. I mean, we're talking about the men of like Priest and LA, who they possibly may be taking on later down the line. How hard that may be. Jayne, Cora Jade escaping out of harm's way there. They're not taking too happy to Tegan Nox starting off this match with the advantage. Cora Jade looking to maybe take a little bit of a reset, but can't take too long because, of course, a count of 10 on the outside. And if she doesn't, then that means she loses and she just lets Tegan Nox advance. And I'm sure Cora Jade is not willing to pass up. Sure, she's got to fight her way through the Queen of the Ring tournament, but at the end of it, she gets a WWE Women's title match because, of course, she is part of SmackDown. That means she gets a WWE Women's title just if somebody from Raw wins and they get the Women's World Championship, or in the minute they're a man, they get the Men's World. Jeez, Cora Jade taking advantage, distracting Tegan Nox, thinking that she was caught up with the ref. She was not, but jeez, Tegan Nox kicks out, and of course, SmackDown men will take on for the WWE Universe title. Like I mentioned, the possibility of Priest versus Balor happening at SummerSlam. Of course, Tiffany Stratton, the champion of the WWE Women's Champion currently. Of course, we'll be seeing her later tonight. She got misted out in the face last week. We need to find out who that is. I think that's going to be a main focal point, I believe, of the promo later on tonight. Jeez, Cora Jade go flying. Jeez. It's rare to see, but it does happen on occasion from Cora Jade. It proves how big match field this is for Cora Jade. But jeez, that's a bit more like, again, a bit more rough. Is Cora Jade sending Tegan Nox into the barricade. Jeez, and again, of course, can't forget Io Sky, the Women's World Champion over on Raw, and the Men's World Champion being CM Punk. Jeez, well, as I was saying about not knowing King of the Ring matchups, I mean, there is a possibility that it might be CM Punk versus Bron Breakker. I don't believe it's fully been made official yet, but yeah, it does seem to be the case that is happening as it goes. So that will be interesting. So, you know, things are looking interesting. Cora Jade looking to maybe get a count-out victory, but no, Tegan Nox makes it back in on time. But like I said, I'm talking about champions. You know, they're still going to get through many people. Cora Jade looking to get that full Boston crab. I mean, it's not going to put too much... it's going to do the damage to that leg, sure, but it focuses a little bit on both, more than just singularly. But nonetheless, Cora Jade, I mean, I guess maybe playing it smart to an extent, you know, because sure, that leg is going to be hurt, but that means she might be start compensating with the other one. Cora Jade making sure both hurt so she can't compensate on the other one. It's very smart. They're still focusing on the injured leg nonetheless. Cora Jade goes into the cover after that. 1, 2... kick out there. Of course, like I said, very interesting is a woman that won, the first one to win her first round matchup on SmackDown was one and only Roxanne Perez. Of course, Roxanne and Cora have plenty of history as tag team and rivals. So it'll be interesting to see if they can meet up. Possibly we'll see how this match goes and if they get, and like the look of the drawing matches, and who will end up advancing and getting into which matches. You'll be facing off against who, but geez. Yeah, again, another full Boston Crab on Tegan Nox here by Cora Jade. Jeez, it's all been Cora since Cora took the reset button. That reset has worked out very well for her, but maybe Tegan Nox looking to turn the tide. Of course, Dakota Kai was able to win her match last week against Michin, though, with some situations with Tiffany. But geez, what a headbutt right there by Tegan Nox right to Cora Jade. 1 kick out there, of course. That also makes it interesting. Tegan Nox and Dakota Kai yet also have plenty of history of being tag team and rivals, so it makes this matchup very interesting in that regard, is possibly having a very interesting and history-filled matchup. If whoever wins this one, I imagine probably will take on their rival / former tag team partner in the next round of the tournament, maybe. That could be interesting to see. I guess we'll have to see who it will be. Though maybe that's not how things will go, we don't know this. I'm just making a random guess, you know, maybe playing with Booker a little bit, though I am just mere commentator. Nonetheless, I am not Tyler Breeze. He has plans. I don't know what they are. Jeez. It seems to be maybe a little in the pocket of the Rock. Kick out 2, and maybe not. Yeah, I mean, he's not in the pocket of the Rock. He's more pressured by the Rock. Maybe. And Solo Sikoa and the bloodline that he is forming, how dangerous that has become with Jacob Fatu and the Tongans. And I haven't even gone over the Raw women yet. I mean, don't forget, Naomi was able to beat Shayna Baszler. She was the first woman to be made into Queen of the Ring tournament. She was the first person to advance in either tournament. It was Naomi. Jeez, a chokeslam there by Tegan Nox to Cora Jade. Maybe I might have to finish listing off the rest of the names. Tegan Nox goes with their cover 2, but the rope break there made for Cora Jade. Tegan Nox going to be frustrated about that one. And of course, Asuka was able to beat Chelsea Green to advance in her Queen of the Ring tournament matchup. And Alexa Bliss was able to beat Liv Morgan just this past Monday on Raw. And we know that it's going to be Bayley versus Jada Parker on the next episode of Raw. And we also do know that it's going to be Candice LeRae versus Thea Hale. That was revealed to us prematurely, so we know that's going to be coming up. Jeez. Cora Jade pulls it down for a quick one. Oh, I thought she had it then. Oof. Before the match was over. That's like that. It's a quick, simple freak out. Can happen at any time, and the match can be over. Makes things very interesting. Never count out a pinfall attempt, especially when it's sneaky like that. Yeah, like I said, it was already kind of mentioned premature. It's kind of half the reason we're having Candice LeRae versus Jayne. Because apparently Candice LeRae, she has a point to prove. And, you know, she attacked Thea Hale last week. She's having a match with Jayne she attacked Thea Hale 2 weeks ago, sorry. She delivered a promo for us last week. And included that she was fighting Jayne this week, I believe. And then she's taking on Candice LeRae. So she's taking on Thea Hale next week in the final Queen of the Ring tournament matchup for both brands, not just SmackDown. Whether it's the final first round matchup completely or not, we do not know that yet. Depends if that's earlier or later on in the card. Then the men's King of the Ring first round tournament matchup. We won't worry about that too much right now. Jeez, but Cora Jade now looking for that chair. I think I missed. I don't think I clocked it earlier, but I think she exposed that turnbuckle, and I think she sent Tegan Nox right into it, and then used that chair right in the face of Tegan Nox, and Tegan Nox feeling in a bad way right now. Cora Jade, jeez, sending her into that turnbuckle. Jeez, now gets that standing. I never remember the name of that move. The Shiran is what I'm calling it. And then now Cora Jade whacks her down with a butterfly DDT, getting her a little jaded. Cora Jade, oh jeez, looking to just add insult to injury at this point. Just locking in that Boston Crab right on Tegan Nox. Jeez, Tegan Nox pretty dazed at all the moves, and she's had to tap out. Jeez. Oh, and Cora Jade just laughing at her. Jeez, a mockery indeed. But nonetheless, it still gives Cora Jade the win here tonight over Tegan Nox. Which gets Cora Jade to be able to advance in the Queen of the Ring tournament. Does that mean we might be able to see Cora Jade versus Roxanne Perez in 2 or 3 weeks? Or maybe we might have to wait that for the final if both women can make it that far. I guess we'll have to see as things progress to see how that happens. But nonetheless, maybe for all we know, Roxanne could be taking on... come on, jeez, why am I bad at this? Roxanne could be taking on Dakota Kai, and Cora Jade could be taking on the winner of Thea Hale and Candice LeRae. Their match next week. She could be taking them on, and we don't know. We don't know. We really just don't. But nonetheless, Cora Jade, what we do know is that she has won this first round matchup here tonight, and she advances in the Queen of the Ring tournament. That is what we do know, to say the least. So we can congratulate her on the win here tonight, at the very least.
Here is your winner, Cora Jade.
Well, congrats to Cora Jade, getting the win here tonight. Jeez, I didn't even realise she got busted open in the matchup. Jeez. If I got more rough than I thought. And we already exposed turnbuckles and chairs. Anyways, congrats to Cora. Well. You are a bold one, aren't you? No, I'm just not scared of you or Jacob. Now, I haven't come here to fight. I was just thinking, you wanted to one-up your predecessor. Maybe you should do things the right way, unlike him, and earn your match at King and Queen of the Ring for the United States title. You know, there's people out here doing the King and the Queen of the Ring tournaments just to get a shot at the titles. So maybe you should have a match to earn your title match at King and Queen of the Ring. I shouldn't have to remind you who my cousin is, so I really don't have to do that. But you know what? I'll entertain this little suggestion of yours because, well, I have a reason to hurt the Judgment Day also. So I might as well take on a member of them next week. You know, 2 birds, 1 stone and all. I've got to say I'm a little surprised, but I'm glad to hear it. I'll be watching next week. Well then. I guess we'll have to see who Sikoa chooses to take on next week, but it's good. And I am a little surprised too that Sikoa is agreeing to take on a match, though I guess the 2 birds, 1 stone, at least we can find a way to make it benefit him, and maybe he feels like he needs a warm-up match, you know. So, I don't know. There's nothing quite being ring ready, so keeping the warm-up matches and stuff going, I don't know, maybe it's Sikoa just trying to play as smart as possible, and I think maybe it is smart. He won't pester him after that as well.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making her way to the ring from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae.
Anyways, out comes the poison pixie, which maybe something's poisoned her mind because she's clearly changed a little bit and she isn't quite the same Candice LeRae that we once knew. He's got a hardened sign to her now. I don't know. Anyways, her opponent.
Her opponent from Tampa, Florida, Jacy, Jayne.
I think I missed the word comes there. I said out her opponent. But nonetheless, Jacy Jayne coming out here. don't forget, of course, like as we saw just a bit earlier, Solo Sikoa Dragon United States title match happening at King Queen of the Ring. I mentioned that earlier as well. Tiffany Stratton, we're still going to hear from her about the possible MISTery. But right now, Candice LeRae versus Jacy Jayne. So without further ado, let's get this on with, shall we? Here's Candice LeRae, Jacy Jayne. We give Candice LeRae plenty of momentum going in towards her match next week. Jeez, this is a little bit of a teaser. It wasn't, I don't think. I don't know if that's what Candice LeRae's plan was. Maybe it's to more like just bring Thea Hale down a little bit further. She attacked her at one point, then she like delivered a promo that like partly insulting her last week. And now this week, she not only attacked her partner backstage, but now looking to beat her in the center of the middle of the ring with Thea Hale watching. Maybe to just like demoralize Thea Hale. Jeez, further. Candice LeRae, clearly just not too happy with the way things are going at the minute. Wants to be respected more. And she's taking a hard-on way of doing things to do that. And to get advancing through things. Jeez, looking to get to Tiffany Stratton. Jeez, who seems to also have a bit of an issue with kick out there by Jacy Jayne. But nonetheless, Candice LeRae. Jeez, getting a bit of a snap. Suplex right to Jacy Jayne. It's always nice when we got things evened out a little bit. Well, as far as we know, for all we know, we could have another women's match happening tonight. But, you know, that's I don't even know why I'm saying evening out. I'm saying it's very rare that we have more women's matches than we have men's matches. I mean, this is our second women's match of the night. We've only had one men's match tonight. It wasn't even a tag match. It was a singles match. It's very rare that it happens, and it's nice to have a mix-up like that. Sometimes it's, geez, talking a mix-up. What the hell is Candice LeRae doing? Oh, jeez! Avalanche Poison Rana, jeez. She wanted to say she wanted to prove a point, make a statement. That's doing it right there, jeez. And Candice LeRae, jeez, oh, we're now taking down Thea Hale. I don't think Thea Hale saw that coming. I don't think she thought that. She's going out to Jacy Jayne and a super kick right down to Jacy, jeez. And Candice staring eye to eye with Thea Hale. Thea Hale trying her best to not attack Candice LeRae. She knows that would get Jacy Jayne disqualified, and Candice LeRae knows it, and that's why she's prodding Thea Hale. Jeez, which we were talking about tensions earlier on tonight with Jacy Jayne counters and gets a DDT right to Candice LeRae. Tensions between the bloodline, the Judgment Day earlier. Seems to be tensions between Jacy Jayne and Thea Hale. Gets that sent on, and Candice LeRae was poking that bear a little bit more too. So, you know, it's questioning if Jacy Jayne's even really friends with Thea Hale. Jeez, and maybe, I don't know, they've got different ideas of this friendship, especially since no longer having those women's tag team titles. That's all Jacy Jayne was possibly using Thea Hale for. That's what the suspicions are. You know, she's no longer got that, and they're not going for that. And Jacy Jayne's not in the Queen of the Ring tournament. It's Thea Hale. Maybe, I don't know, Jacy Jayne feeling, I don't know, a little left out, or maybe just not having any more use for Thea Hale. I don't know. Or, I don't know. I'm sure Thea Hale seems like a great person, but sometimes she is a very excitable person, and sometimes not everybody can take it. Jacy Jayne maybe not one of the people, but nonetheless, maybe Jacy Jayne can't take that either. Jeez, wicked steps since I was struggling to do the transition there. Nonetheless, that was a hell of a stomp right to the mat there. Jeez. Jacy Jayne holding her head. Jeez, rolling on the face. Maybe that wicked steps just did some absolute damage. She put her down with such force. I think I'm just even seeing a cut on the face of Jacy Jayne. It's on the other side of it's opposite the hard camera side, so it's hard to see, but I think I can see as she's rolling around. We might get a better look at it at some point. Jeez, oh yeah, I can see it. It's on her eye, yeah, jeez. And Candice LeRae showing it to Thea Hale, and now just looking to bounce Jacy Jayne right into this turnbuckle. Jeez. Doof. Doof. Jab. What up? Blah. Right to Jacy Jayne. Jeez. Jacy Jayne's not in a good way. Yeah, you can see that there's stuff going on all over Jacy Jayne's face. Jacy Jayne's not in a good way. That is to say the least. Oh yeah, jeez, the blood all over the face of Jacy Jayne. And Candice LeRae knows it, and she is just acting like it to a shark in the water when it smells blood. Candice LeRae taking advantage of it, jeez. Just looking to just mess up Jacy Jayne's face right now. Like I said, she wanted to send a message, she wanted to prove a point, and that is exactly what she's doing. Just showing her right out to Thea Hale, jeez. Oh, Jacy Jayne, she's trying to escape. But no dice. No fish. No go fish, innit? Shit. nonetheless. Oh, what a boot right to face. I never quite understood the no dice thing, but nonetheless, Jayne is able to escape that time. She got some dice that time. Candice LeRae getting Thea to back off a little bit there. Jeez, forearm and an enziguri. This match definitely very heavily in the hand of Candice LeRae, especially after that bust. Busting up Jayne. I'm struggling to think what to say there, but jeez, now Candice LeRae bouncing Jayne's face off the announce table. Yeah, that could have been interpreted really wrong. Nonetheless, Candice LeRae, jeez, snap suplex. Right to Jayne right on the outside. That does not feel fun. That is to say the least. I don't even have to be a wrestler to know that. But geez, Candice LeRae breaks up the count. Wasn't quite sure considering the way she's been going about things as of late. And geez, now a senton jeez right on the outside too. That's not really doing good to the midsection, chest and stomach and torso, whatever else you want to say, of Jayne. Jeez. Candice LeRae may not be the heaviest, but she's still getting some elevation on that and using your body to get there. And it's still the outside nonetheless. And Candice LeRae now turning Jayne right to Thea Hale. And jeez, Jayne just looked in complete agony there. Jeez, right in front of Thea Hale's face. Jeez. And Candice LeRae taps out Jayne. Sorry, Candice LeRae taps out Jayne. Did I say that right? Yeah. Candice LeRae taps out Jayne. I think she more than made a statement, proved her point there. She took things very seriously, especially when she started early on with a move like this. Got the avalanche poison Rana. That was mental. It's a buster open Jayne and the wicked steps. That one was brutal. On the inside of the ring, jeez. Did some action on the outside of the ring. Attacks Thea Hale still. But yeah, jeez. Thea Hale. Oh, sorry, Candice LeRae got that win over Jayne. Sent a message that she is not to be trifled with. I believe that's the message that's the message that I received from that, to say the least. So that's what I took from it. Maybe, I don't know. Nonetheless, Jesus, the wicked steps that we saw earlier, like I said, Candice LeRae put so much force into that. Jeez. Replay even tried to make it look a little nicer, but still, especially when I was expecting it to be bad, but still looked very bad, even when you expect it. But nonetheless. And the announce table, forgot about that too. That doesn't help things. Definitely doesn't help things. Oh, and the bouncing her face off the turnbuckle a hell of a lot of times too. A lot of things being done to Jayne in that matchup. And another one of those was being handing a loss.
Here is your winner, Candice LeRae.
Don't know why I'm doing transitions in this matchup. But nonetheless, hopefully the IT guy knows how to do his transitions and can transition to the next segment. But nonetheless, congratulations, Candice LeRae, on getting the win here tonight, and we'll see her in the Queen of the Ring tournament matchup next week. Say, Breeze, when were you thinking of having the Judgment Day take on the Tongans for the WWE Tag Team titles? I don't know, I was thinking maybe next week or the week after. Wrong. You were thinking of King and Queen of the Ring, right? Well, I don't. Maybe we should go find Jacob and see what he thinks about this. No, there's no need for that. You're right. That's exactly what I was thinking. The Judgment Day versus the Tongan Brothers for the WWE Tag Team titles at King and Queen of the Ring. I'll make it official now. Good to know we're on the same page. And Breeze, keep up the good work. Well, I did say it earlier, didn't I? I didn't mean to say Tyler Breeze was in the pocket of the bloodline, but he seemed to be pressured by them, and not even by The Rock anymore. It's by Jacob Fatu, and I don't blame him what he did to Kevin Owens, shucking him off the office. I'm good. You know what I mean? I don't want to piss off that Samoan. That Wild Samoan, whatever. Samoan werewolf. But nonetheless, how come the WWE Women's Champion? I'm sure she's been asking around all night trying to find out who missed her in the face, but seemingly maybe it hasn't got an answer, or maybe she has and she's waiting to reveal it. I don't know. I guess I'll have to see, but we can imagine that is going to be the topic of conversation, is her getting missed in the face late into the SmackDown episode last week. But anyways, don't forget, well, in store for you next week, Pete Dunne will be taking on a mystery opponent in the final King of the Ring tournament matchup. We had the final Queen of the Ring tournament matchup. Thea Hale, Candice LeRae, Jade McDonagh takes on Nathan Fraser one-on-one next week. Projays, they're getting a rematch. The Mentors possibly are. So does Sikoa gets taken on Dirty Dom next week. And of course, we made official King Queen Ring matchup for the WWE Tag Team Championship matchup. But right now, we're going to hear from Tiffany. Alright, I want to know who the hell thought they could disgrace my beautiful face with that blue mist and get away with it. Who was it? I want to know. Oh, okay. Was this the one that attacked Tiffany? I mean, she has to come out, so I mean, we'd have to assume as much. It seems to be Kalani Jordan. That's not who I expected it to be. I mean, Kalani Jordan seemed like a nice girl. Why she? I mean, we could say the same about Candice LeRae, to be honest, but I don't know. Alright, she's coming out all smiles at least. Oh, come on. We're not really all believing this, are we? This is just a clear publicity stunt to get Tiffany out of having to defend her title. Honestly, it's kind of pathetic, to be honest. Are you kidding me? Are you crazy? I wouldn't even put a breadcrumb on my face to get a bit of publicity, yet alone some blue mist. So I don't know where you get off in saying that, but I am the WWE Women's Champion. I do not need any more publicity than I already get, because it is Tiffy time and everyone knows it. Prove it. Prove that you're not scared of the competition here. You're not just trying to hide away from all the women in the back that deserve a shot at that title. I am not afraid of any of the women in the back. I am clearly better than all of them. That includes you. How I beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Doesn't get any better than that, so I could easily beat any single one of them. So you'll fight me right now then? No. Why would I do that? So you admit it's staged then? No. So you'll fight me then? Oh my god, you're such an annoying person. Takes one to know one. So have we got our matchup? Fine, but only to shut these rumours down and shut you up. Well, seems like I misunderstood. Cora and Jordan did not poison mist Tiffany Shine in the face. She just believes this is all bullshit. She's been able to get a match with the WWE Women's Champion out of it. So, you know, either way, whether she believes it's bullshit or whether she was the one to do it, nonetheless, she's been able to get it done. She's been able to get a matchup against Tiffany Shine. I mean, it's not for the WWE Women's Championship, but it is a matchup nonetheless. And it's in the main event of Smackdown. Jesus, super kick right to the face. Tiffany Shine's not taking this too kindly. All these accusations being thrown by Kalani Jordan. Like she wants to quell those rumours that it was all a publicity stunt. I mean, I wouldn't put it past Tiffany, but at the same time, I can imagine kick out there by Kalani. I can imagine that she wouldn't want to do anything to her face like that. Like you don't know what's in that stuff. You know what I mean? It's just blue. Like there could be so much in that we don't know. You got to be careful. Jeez, Kalani Jordan, jeez, out of the corner. Bam! What a drop kick. Looking to get back into this matchup. Well, get into this matchup. He hasn't really started properly in this matchup. And Kalani Jordan, jeez, Dolph. I think she played Tiffany Shine to run into it, but she didn't. Tiffany Shine taking advantage. Jeez. There's not too much experience in this matchup. I think the referee's got more experience as a referee than these two have in combined wrestling, I think. If I'm not mistaken. But nonetheless, Tiffany Shine is the more experienced one of the two in this matchup. So yeah, and of course, being the WWE Women's Champion, it's going to be interesting to see how things go. Jeez, Cora's there. Kick out there by Kalani. But yeah, both very athletic women. Both have their experiences in gymnastics, if I'm not mistaken. And now Kalani Jordan looking has been pushed to the limit here by seeing how well she can bend. I just mentioned her gymnastics. Tiffany Shine looking to put her to the test. How much can you bend? Okay, fair enough. But jeez, I guess this mystery is still going on a little bit. I keep saying this. It's not any funnier any other time. I said it wasn't any more funnier. It's getting less funny and it wasn't funny to begin with. So, you know, I feel like I have to say, you know, mystery, MISTERY. That is, I'm thinking of Michael Scott. I'm forgetting why he really messed up that thing. Anyways, Kalani Jordan, she's taking out Tiffany Stratton to the outside. Oh, that RSPC, what does it mean to me thing? Even though I completely misspelled the word, didn't he? Also, I don't remember. Anyways, Kalani Jordan wants Tiffany Stratton to get to her feet. Jeez, getting a moonsault. Not quite the prettiest one ever, but a solid moonsault nonetheless. It's Tiffany Stratton being sent into the ring. Sure, we go that way around. So Kalani Jordan nearly said it the wrong way around then. Jeez. Getting that springboard frog splash then. Kalani Jordan gets the cover on Tiffany Stratton. One. Kick out there by Tiffany Stratton. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this is Kalani Jordan's first matchup here on the main roster. Of course, NXT's been disbanded now, but yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Kalani Jordan, jeez, getting that splashed right on Tiffany Stratton. It's going to be interesting to see how well Kalani does here on SmackDown. Like I said, this is a huge way to make a name for yourself. You haven't been featured yet. Why not? Jeez, face the WWE Women's Champion. Jeez, got that amazing move. I'm not even quite sure what that was. The handspring into a back elbow. I don't know. Maybe he kicked out by Tiffany Stratton nonetheless. But yeah, it's a hell of a way to get a debut match. Is taking on the WWE Women's Champion, and she might be able to knock her off. And she might be able to knock Clara Jordan needing WWE Women's Championship matchup at some point. Maybe a Queen of the Ring. Who knows? Or King of the Ring. Who knows? Anyway, Tiffany Stratton not looking to let that happen. Looking to get the win here on this cover here. That's a drop kick. No kick out there by Kalani Jordan. Jeez. I mean, I've got to say, I feel like Kalani's going to be like 100% focused here, like wanting this win of this matchup. But I feel like Tiffany Stratton, she's got the pressure, and she's got the might not be fully focused because she's probably still trying to figure out who messed her in the face. Whether Kalani actually did it or not. I don't think Kalani actually ever said that she didn't. I don't fully think, but I don't know. Hey, I miss. There was a lot of words being said. I can't quite remember. But nonetheless, I believe it was inferred that she didn't do it. It definitely was inferred that she didn't do it at the very least. So, you know, Tiff trying to think, is Kalani lying to me? Is she just trying to get this match out of me? Is she just trying to provoke me? It was somebody else that did it. But then also thinking about at the same time, I've got to win this match, and then also got the pressure that she's the women's champion on taking on somebody that's in their debut. She can't lose to her in her debut here on the main roster. You know what I mean? Jeez. Clara Jordan, she's got absolutely nothing to lose here, because even just having a match against the Women's Champion just shoots up the power rankings for a debut match. That's a huge debut match, even if she loses. And she's been putting in a solid effort here. Jeez. So I feel like there's no harm, no foul, even if Kalani loses here tonight. But there is for Tiffany Stratton. Jeez. 450 on the middle rope. I'm not even sure I could do that from the top. A guy did that from the bottom. Jeez, 1, 2. Kick out there by Tiffany. Jeez. Kalani Jordan showing up here tonight. Looking to be the standout here on this episode of SmackDown. And the standout of SmackDown in general on the women's division. Yeah, again, probably expecting Tiffany to run into it. As it quite works out, maybe she might get full time to charm later. Who knows? Tiffany Stratton. Oh, jeez. There's a cartwheel of her own. Jeez. And an Alabama slam. Right to Kalani Jordan. 1, 2. Kick out there by Kalani. Jeez. And Tiffany Stratton now looking for a move. Salt. Is it Tiffany Stratton's first match on SmackDown since the beginning of the season? I mean, it might be. Goes 1, 2, kick out there by Kalani. I keep saying it weirdly like that. Kalani. But I think at the most, I think it might be though for Tiffany Stratton's first appearance on SmackDown. I believe this is only her second matchup. I may be mistaken. Of course, in a title match at Backlash against Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch in a freeway, was able to win that match. That was an amazing triple threat match. Jeez, kick out there by Kalani. No, that was more felt like a more of Tiffany Stratton felt like the third wheel in her own championship matchup. So the first time we've had that, but definitely felt like that was more of a rivalry between Becky and Rhea. But yeah, I believe this is Tiffany Stratton's first match on SmackDown of the season, and looking like she's maybe trying to stand out now. Is getting this superplex right to Kalani Jordan. Jeez. What a move. And Tiffany trying to go into the cover on Kalani. Is this going to be it? 1, 2. Kick out there by Kalani. Jeez, like I said, Kalani is very much impressing everybody. Just the longer this match goes on, the more and more Kalani Jordan is impressive. That's, like I said, there's no lose to Kalani this. The longer she stays in, the better. I mean, she didn't get squashed. That's all she really needed to avoid. And she's definitely avoided that. And then some. Even if Tiffany Stratton is on the adventure right now, people would expect that, being the WWE Women's Champion. She mentioned that she beat Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. She beat Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley multiple times over. You know what I mean? Tiffany Stratton is doing very good right now. So there's no pride to lose to her. But it would be, I feel like it would be a very shocking affair. Yeah, Kalani Jordan definitely feels like the underdog in this match will kick out. Jeez. Emma Kalani Jordan. Tiffany Stratton's getting frustrated. Like I said, a lot running through the mind of the Women's Champion right now. As yet again, she's going into the cover, just the frustration, not even noticing the foot under the rope there. As Kalani's making her way to the corner. Tiffany Stratton's getting frustrated with the referee now. Jeez, Tiffany set up. Oh, jeez, Kalani blocked that one. Jeez. Go. I'm guessing one of those, she nearly missed her then. Or maybe looking for the Alabama slam that Tiffany Stratton does. But no, Tiffany pulls down Kalani. Looking desperate too. Whoa, Kalani gets out of that. Jeez. And Tiffany, what a stomp right to the face. Jeez. And some kicks there. Wow. Wow. Oh, stomping the hell out of Tiffany. Sorry, Kalani there. Jeez. You know, I knew that Kalani seemed like a nice girl. Like I said, she doesn't seem to have been any ill intent necessarily. Just want to make sure that none of us are being lied to. Jeez, Kalani just shoving that fist away again. Jeez. Off the ropes. Jeez, oh, gets a bit of a hip attack there, right to the back of the head. Tiffany didn't quite get all of it. And I think Kalani's a little rocked herself there a little bit. Jeez. Oh, I don't know, maybe Kalani playing possum. Jeez, I think Kalani has just done what she thinks Tiffany Stratton's been doing. She was faking it. She was playing it up to the camera, trying to fool Tiffany Stratton. But geez, Tiffany Stratton was able to block that school, that Entagiri, Komagori, whatever it was, too. Oh, jeez. But yeah, I think Kalani Jordan was just trying to show what everybody what Tiffany Stratton did last week, playing up to the camera. I think that's what Kalani was doing there, because you clearly seemed to have Tiffany Stratton scouted. Very smart, but there by Kalani Jordan there. So it hasn't seemingly worked out in her favour too much. Maybe she should have taken advantage, so maybe not smart actually. I'm almost smart as funny. But nonetheless, Tiffany Stratton's very angry now, and I think she realised that what happened too. The stomps to the back of the head. And now Tiffany Stratton, that was the prettiest moonsault ever. It was a great moonsault earlier from Kalani, but not as pretty as that one. Gets the win, has Tiffany Stratton. Jeez. Just the stomps on the back of the head at the end. Tiffany Stratton not happy with being missed in the face last week. Not happy about not knowing who did it. Not happy about Kalani getting false accusations and then mocking her with those false accusations. Didn't even forgot about that moonsault. But geez, so yeah. Tiffany Stratton not the happiest woman right now, but she's at the very least WWE Women's Champion. So I guess it's not all too bad that they just put a target on right on you, and I guess that's what maybe Tiffany Stratton is feeling that very much right now. But nonetheless, still able to walk away with the win. Her first win on SmackDown of the season, and a very strong showing by Kalani Jordan on her debut matchup here on SmackDown. Maybe good things to come for Kalani Jordan. She's got to get some wins, and she could easily be Women's Champion soon. Maybe have a round 2 of this match. It might be interesting to see how it goes if Kalani Jordan can pick a bit more main roster experience. We've got some huge opportunities coming up. You know, we know Money in the Bank's not too far away. It's after Clash of the Castle. So, you know, we're getting very close to King Queen of the Ring. So, very interesting times, to say the least, for all women involved and in the back as well.
Here is your winner, Tiffany Stratton.
Well, when will we solve this mystery? I have no idea. But nonetheless, in the meantime, thanks for watching this episode of SmackDown, and hopefully I'll see you for Raw.